So we got all the, oh shoot, someone's here. He's crashing the party. There's always gotta be an officer every, hey, wait a second. Wait.
What are you guys doing out here?
Hey, yo, where's the uniform?
I think I'm gonna have to impound this vehicle over here.
Hold up.
I'm gonna take this away.
Hey, come on.
It's a little bit too nice.
Oh, he just straight up oh.
I'm commandeering your vehicle.
Oh.
I'm commandeering your vehicle.
You at least gotta read me the Miranda rights or something.
Nah, it's not like that.
No? Okay.
Dude, how did you buy a police car?
Okay, it's not that he has a cop car. It's the fact that you still have lights that work on it.
Look at the interior,
Allegedly.
bro. Craigslist is wild. And
Dude, no,
whatnot.
is it? It was like a small dealership in Seattle.
I hope you know this is not legal.
I mean, if I don't use them, we're good.
Disclaimer, we are not in Washington
Yeah, no,
right
we're
now.
in Mexico.
We're in Mexico.
So wait, so Neri, how many cars have gotten out of the way for you?
You know, not as many as you think. I feel like because up here we don't have a lot of Tauruses, like
Oh,
police
yeah.
cars.
You got the wrong model.
If
You
this
gotta
was
get the
if
Explorer.
this was an Explorer, there would be nobody passing me, bro. But
Yeah. Dude,
honestly,
it's
yeah,
still
not too
so
bad.
stealthy
still
though. It's got the
modern enough.
wheels.
Yeah,
It's got the antenna stuff, the equipment. I thought Murcielago was top 10 menacing things on the road. I got showed up. This changes it all.
Yeah.
What in the world?
I bought it for the winter because it's all-wheel drive and it's like, you know, better than a Miata.
That's true. I didn't
in
even
the
realize it's all-wheel drive.
But
Yeah.
it didn't snow, dude. So I was hoping that it would snow so I could actually like rip this thing in the snow.
Oh yeah.
It's like, it is what it is.
Well, dude, it's a
still
freaking.
fun.
It's a what? Like a 2012?
It's a 2013, yeah.
2013. Yeah. So it's like it's not that
Yeah.
old of a Ford that you
No.
probably paid like nothing for.
I paid $8K for this.
Used cop cars can be a and
that's the
it's got
market.
power.
Oh yeah.
Because you know it's got to keep up to them people that run.
That twin turbo V6, right?
Yeah. Now, unfortunately, the cotton candy machine has left the stable, but I'm giving you guys a chance to have a piece of it. This right here is a leftover solid fender that I happen to have from the car. In the past, it got wrecked on one side, and we just replaced both fenders, which means that the other side fender, which was good, was just left here at my place. I'm a trained professional. So if you guys purchase a t-shirt or larger from the UltraMotive shop, I will be putting one of these puzzle pieces right here from this fender in the order. It will be complimentary. So what are you guys waiting for? Go order from the UltraMotive shop right now, and any of these pieces will help support me as a business, and we can try and keep growing this business bigger and bigger and bigger. That way someday maybe we'll cut up one of the carbon fenders on this boy right here. That probably won't ever happen. I think it is safe to say that we have not made an addition to this car in a while. And sadly, it's nothing special or nothing new. It is frankly just a maintenance piece that I'm refreshing on the car, but I figured I might as well show you guys anyway. All the way from Japan, this says R32AB, and the AB stands for AB Flug, which it's not authentic. It's actually Rep AB Flug, and that is because it is my front lip piece, the carbon piece down here. Now this thing has been through it. You guys can see all the individual rock chips as well as even further damage that has gotten underneath the carbon. I mean, this piece has been repped. I'm replacing it with a rep piece. The reasoning is because clearly what happened to this might happen to that. It's always a risk. I feel like it's just not worth it having the authentic piece for what it costs. I mean, it definitely would cost me well over $1,000 to have an authentic AB Flug lip down there. But we are refreshing it. Even though it may not be on brand, it'll still be real carbon that will look a lot nicer than how it does now. So let's unbox this. So here's a fun fact that you guys probably didn't know. You guys will clearly see that there is a skid plate missing from the old lip, and this is the bottom of it. You can see how crusty this has become. But yeah, I pretty much skidded most of the skid plate off. It ended up cracking a lot, and then it started smacking the concrete as I drive along. So a lot of it ended up just getting torn completely off, and it's been ran like this. So it definitely hasn't exactly been functional as a front spoiler by any means for the past years, but it's not like a 90s Nissan that is as street built as mine is really needs it. But yeah, this will be a nice opportunity to start anew and have a new skid plate underneath. The new lip is on, and I will say right now that this is the cleanest the bottom will ever look. Only more scratches from here on out. Now, it's been a while since I've had a dedicated vlog to the Skyline GTR. I'm sure some people have been asking, where has this car been? Well, I mean, it's been around. It's been sitting in my garage. If some of you guys remember, one of the last big things we did was attend a track day in it back in the summer, and it didn't exactly end well. It ended with the car breaking up on power. Yeah, it's breaking up. Can pop the hood right here to show you, but obviously we have solved the matter, and it was actually something really tiny. One of these tiny nuts right here that hold together the ITB linkages, it entirely popped off. It was gone. I don't know where it went, but I'm guessing the abuse on the track just happened to either vibrate or just knock it off, or it was loose to begin with. But obviously now we've gotten new nuts on there. Our ITBs are fully functioning. We have all of our cylinders running good. And yeah, she's back better than ever. I haven't been getting this car out enough because recently I've been distracted with other things such as, picking up the dream Lamborghini or just filming, making content with the ZL1 just because we've had that car down south where the weather is a lot better than here. It's kind of tough to enjoy a grippy, more street track oriented Skyline when the roads are damp and wet and cold. But she's been good, and she's just been chilling in the garage for the most part. And as far as where she's off to now, well, I'll just say some of you may like it and some of you may not like it. I've been approached to have the once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to have this car featured at the showroom of the LeMay Museum right down in Tacoma, Washington. It's kind of been a dream that I never knew that I would ever get this opportunity for, because I used to attend this museum, and I think guiltily, deep down, every single guy who builds up a sentimental car would dream of it being featured inside museum floors at some point. But I know some people might be against the idea just because it is a functional street car, and true car guys are like, you gotta drive your car all the time. You don't own this car just to have it sit around. But here's what I'll say. The car is only gonna be there for a few months. I have absolutely zero intentions on ever getting rid of this car. So you guys can kind of look at it like a little cool opportunity within its lifetime of me owning it, that it gets to sit on museum floors. Whereas if it were a car I would own for a limited amount of time, I would argue that yes, for that limited amount of time you own the car, it's a waste to just have it sit around inside. But now I wanna say that this is a positive to some of you guys, because this car is not even gonna be deep in the museum. It's gonna be literally at the front doors in the showroom. You guys don't even have to pay to come view this car at where it's gonna be sitting. And I just think that's an awesome opportunity for dedicated fans, anyone who's ever cared to wanna see this car in person, who happens to be around the Seattle-Tacoma area, or if you're just visiting Seattle-Tacoma out of town and you just happen to wanna see Jack's Skyline, you guys literally can at no cost whenever you want. And I just think that's cool. So that's why we're here at the car wash, because I have to clean her up, make her look all spiffy, and then we're delivering her straight to the showroom. My last little drive with my baby before she is put on a pedestal for the next season. We gotta enjoy it. I'm gonna miss the RB sounds. Oh man. The beautiful thing is that I'll be picking up this car when it's done at the museum, when the season around here is all sunny and nice. So I'm sure I'm gonna be missing the car throughout. Whenever that day comes, we're picking her up and we have nice warm roads to drive on. It's gonna be a good day. So right there is my car. Right over there is the I-5, which goes right through Tacoma. And then right behind here is LeMay, America's Home Car Museum. So the plan is my car will end up at the front lobby right there. But in order to roll it in, apparently they told me that we have to actually go all the way around the museum to the bottom side, and then they will slowly work its way up. So that's what I'm gonna go do now. So you can see how deep this museum is. It's got like 5 layers. Alrighty.
Alright, so we're letting you in here and then we're going to do a visual inspection for you.
Gotcha.
Thank you so much.
So this is the place where all of the museum pieces go to start. This is the inspection room. So she's doing like a full point inspection around to make sure they take note of what the car, its little defects and whatnot it all has prior. That way, when I pick it up, if there happens to be anything, somehow something that happened, then you know, there'll be note of it on what it looked like before. But they're all checking it through. I got my nice little folder here, which has, you get exhibitor special passes, which gives me a year-long access to this entire museum for my time being here. So it's a cool little perk of when you bring your car in. As far as where they'll orient it, right now we're like all the way in what feels like the basement, and there's like, how many floors are there to this place?
There's 4 floors. There's four floors, and then there's ramps on each floor. So you
Yeah.
got 6 ramps, 4 floors, and so it's almost a mile to walk this whole place.
Yeah, it feels like a lot when you're walking it through. It feels pretty endless. And we're all down at the bottom right now. And basically, it's actually during museum hours currently. Anyone who is here at the moment got to hear this thing. But because there are people all here right now, they're gonna wait until the museum actually closes, and that's when they move vehicles around, and that's when they'll bring this thing all the way up to the front. We got the next car in line here at the inspection process. It's got a quite diverse array of vehicles out here.
Is that yours?
Yeah.
Nice.
Many different time periods and different locations
I
around the
have
world.
an R32 also.
No way.
I do.
Well, great minds think alike.
Volkswagen.
Oh, really? What are the odds of that? Yeah, I guess there are 2 famous R30 chassis out there.
Every time I Google R32, York comes up.
You know, it used to not be that way, though.
Is that right?
I would say the Volkswagen used to be more, especially at least Googling on the internet, and then more recently, Fast and Furious and stuff, they made these things just super popular. Yeah. But that's funny. I'm saying my little goodbyes, and she'll be chilling back there and soon up front. But in the meantime, we are here, and LeMay is quite far from where I live, so we might as well tour this place while we're down here. So I guess we're kind of looking at the museum in reverse order because we're all the way at the bottom right now. But starting out with a SLS convertible, the most pointless Mercedes for the money, just because you don't get the coolest part about this car, the gull-wing doors. But in a very diverse fashion.
Banana.
Oh, I wasn't even talking about this. You're right. You have banana. And then you also got the Flintmobile. I mean, I actually never really watched the Flintstones, but I definitely do love my Fruity Pebbles. So,
So true.
yeah, this is here. I don't even know what this was made for. It was created for the 1994 movie, which grossed 130 million. All these cars have a little plaque somewhere, so obviously mine is gonna have a little plaque as well. You guys will be able to see what it says if you visit. I really was like, what in the world is this doing here? You just got a 2000 Honda Insight, but they wanted to credit it for the first mass-produced hybrid, and they just have a representative vehicle for that. You kind of have a bit of everything over here. Look at this FC RX-7. I wonder how many miles are on this example. Oh, this RX-7 was one family vehicle christened Baby Girl, purchased on the Senior PGA Golfing Tour. It is mint, I will say that. It looks all original, and it looks pretty immaculate. Heritage Road Motorsports. They have a full NASCAR exhibit just in this hall. This is for Casey Kane. Those NASCAR fans out there who watched, he always stood out as a driver to me because he's from Enumclaw, Washington. Most NASCAR drivers are probably not from Washington because, I mean, frankly, we don't even have a NASCAR circuit at all. You gotta go anywhere else in the country for one of those. 09. So way back in the day, back when they had the next-gen little spoiler on that a lot of people didn't like. The Intimidator itself, number 3, one of the most iconic American racing liveries. We've reached the top floor. And with a Corvette exhibit, this is a Black Rose Grand Sport convertible. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit distracted because I found a familiar sight right here. Our friends at Supercar Driven, which they have their YouTube channel, this is their Liberty Walk C8, and I cannot go without showing you guys the crazy high-cut titanium Valve Master exhaust down here. Look at that. It is basically just glowing. Oh, it's Army Tricks. There you go. In person, this thing's quite girthy and much larger than you got the regular Stingray, which what it started out as. I would like to say that this right here is probably boomer spec, just base Stingray convertible. with the chrome wheels. The odds of someone under the age of 50 owning this are very slim. You never see this brand anymore, but this is a Callaway Edition Grand Sport, which with Callaway you have added a Roots supercharger, all the carbon aero that complements it along. Just a name that I would kill to see more often. Right next to the Corvette exhibit is now a Porsche exhibit, starting out with this 944 LS engine race car. And I just happened to notice that EM Wraps happened to do the livery on this thing. And that means that there will be 2 cars in Le Mans that will have a livery done by EM Wraps. Unintentional good business for them. We have more Porsches coming up here. 944 from 1989, 924. You give it 10 years and Porsche dramatically improved the car. And then you have the 928, which I honestly never really liked. I just think this rear end looks like ET. It looks hideous. And you got the froggy pop-ups up in the front. Strange looking headlights. What do you think of that?
Not a fan.
Not a fan?
Nah, it looks like bug eyes.
Yeah.
But you know what I am a fan of?
What?
Me.
Oh, we're moving. The 914, right? Oh, no, just the...
They have their own Toby.
Oh, they have their own Toby?
Yeah, look, Toby's in the shop, man.
How did he make it in
That's
here?
what I'm saying.
I like how out of all vintage cars, you just chose the 2020 stock Panamera 4.
I never heard of Panamera 4, so I was reading about it, and then I happened to see Toby.
Check this bad boy out right here. Brand new Dakar. This is basically all from factory. I don't know about the livery, but the stance, the tires, the roof rack, all of that stuff, this is straight from Porsche of Dakar. Bellingham? There you go. And to complement the Dakar, you have a brand new Storado off-road Huracan, straight from a private collector? Yeah, I mean, I'm a little hypocritical judging someone for putting a brand new car in a museum because I am putting a car in a museum. And for reference, my car will actually be replacing this Marmon right here. So it'll be sitting prime right out front, right next to the window. But I think it's different, you know, like a collector Skyline that I've already been driving for years and years and years, and it's just gonna sit here for a little bit, versus imagine just picking up your brand new, well-running Lamborghini that's all original, and you're just like, nah, I'm not gonna off-road it, I'm not gonna daily drive it, I'm not gonna do anything, it's just gonna sit here. I really was hoping that this was from like just the dealership or Lamborghini themselves, but I guess whoever this private collector is, hopefully he has plenty of other automobiles that he doesn't care that his initial break-in period with his car is going to be spent sitting at the showroom. So ladies and gentlemen, if you come visit my car throughout the duration of now towards, I don't know when it's coming out of the museum, but you guys have a few months while it'll be here. Please tag me in photos on Instagram, anywhere really. I would just love to see any photos or media that you guys get and just to know who's all here checking it out. But yeah, this is where Skyline's gonna live for the next little bit. Carbon. Fiber. This is gonna be my new boomerang.